I asked you guys on Twitter which build of mine is your favorite, and it was actually for this video. What? So I did a poll, and guess what happened? You guys are so embarrassing. Why would you do this to me? Because I'm super indecisive, I had to do a poll, and the poll just ended up being useless because all of them were equivalent. We're going to be hopping onto our handy dandy wheel, and we're gonna allow it to choose our build, what we're gonna paint today. Yay! I'm gonna be painting 2 builds in this video, so you better watch out. So we are going to be building our lovely modern bungalow. Yeah! I secretly am rooting for Tuscan Italian villa. I don't like the Georgian colonial. Oh, we got the Georgian colonial. Hey, so I started off by writing measurements on this paper that I didn't actually end up really using because I felt like my math was wrong, so I just didn't really use it. So that was a waste. To start off, I am sketching my thing, my house. How do you commentate this? Like, I don't know what to say. If you have noticed, the camera quality has gotten significantly worse because I had to zoom in like crazy so you're able to see what I'm doing, because somehow my camera angle gotten worse from last time. Like, people are supposed to learn from their mistakes, but my content seems to be getting worse each video, which I did not know was possible. So I'm doing this thing called underpainting right now, which is truly, trust the process. It looks so ugly right now. So ugly. Yeah, underpainting is basically painting your painting, but with a singular color, and it's kind of meant to focus about like values and lighting and stuff rather than worrying about the colors, which I love. I've only done this like 3 times, so I feel like I'm doing this wrong, so don't look at me as your inspiration. Yeah, so I'm painting the sky, which is my favorite thing to do in life. I love painting skies. They're so satisfying to paint. Skies are just so interesting. Like, look at the sky all day. You kind of get to see my whole messy desk area thingy. But it's fine. It's all right. Like, this angle was actually awful because there would be some parts where it just popped my head in the like frame, and you could just see my whole head and face, and I make some pretty interesting faces. But I cut it out because there's no face reveal yet. I whenever I'm painting, like, I look like I'm really mad because I'm focusing so hard. My canvas stand that I DIY'd and I was super proud of last video was kind of bad because it kept like wobbling everywhere. Okay, so let's stop complaining and talk about what we're actually painting. So this build that I'm painting, I posted on my other YouTube channel, Lena with a V before the I, and I think this by far is one of my favorite builds. Like, I was always like intimidated of doing like this modern type of style, and I don't know what happened to me. I just suddenly got good at it, and I just got this idea of building in the style, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try modern. I'm gonna fight my fears, because that is what I do with stuff that I hate. So I went from like a cottagecore girl to a modern minimalist luxurious girl. Okay, so how did I come up with this build? Well, funny story. So I was in this class called design. I think it was a fun class. No, it was not a fun class. It was the worst course I've ever taken. But I guess the idea of the class, you can say, was fun, but like the people who taught it were kind of during that class, our teacher would put like this amazing, I don't know, piece of furniture that was designed by some like iconic person. Basically, we'd have to like draw in class because it makes you better at drawing, and then it helps you like draw your ideas better or whatever. So instead of actually drawing that stuff, I used to draw my own stuff. Because I don't know, I don't want to draw like some weird looking end table that apparently changed the whole design industry. So I think like that course, the worst course I've taken in high school so far, and I've taken a lot of courses in high school. Like I was sketching random houses, and then I just sketched this house, like in particular, and I was like, wow, this is pretty good. I should recreate it in Bloxburg, and I kind of did, and I posted it on Twitter. It got, I don't remember how many likes it got, but I'm pretty sure it was my first ever viral tweet. Felt amazing. So yeah, I was really happy with that. Like, I just feel like we tend to look down a lot at the worst points of our lives, but for some reason, at the worst points of my life, I come up with like the best ideas ever, which is weird. Like, that's when the inspiration hits me. For some reason, I came up with this like really cool painting idea at the middle of exam season, which was not like the best time to think of something so cool that I wanted to do, but it just happens with me. I might just be extremely weird. I should actually talk about the painting now. So I started off with painting the blues in the painting. So, you know, the water, which I'm not done yet. And I also have this tendency to flip my canvas a lot. I really like flipping my canvas. It's like when you get really bored of your painting, I suggest you should flip your canvas. That puts you under the illusion that you're painting something new. Therefore, you won't be bored anymore. So, yeah, that's why I flip my canvas a lot throughout the painting. Also because I don't like painting at the bottom. It's weird. So I flip my canvas so that the bottom is at the top. Does it make any sense? I don't know. Yeah, so currently I'm just painting my flat layers, and then after that I'll be adding the details so it doesn't look as flat as it is now. Also I have a heart cup that I was drinking my tea with. Also I was trying to do this like texture from the grass with a what's it called? A toothbrush? It's called a toothbrush, right? With a toothbrush, but that kind of ended up being really horrendous. So I was like, oh, okay, never mind, pretend like that never happened. Well, I was still determined to try the toothbrush technique because I was trying to get like the grassy texture, but I was like, whatever, this is not gonna work. I stopped recently drinking while I'm painting because I was painting one time and I accidentally drank my paint water instead of the actual drink I'm supposed to drink. I thought I was gonna die because I already felt really nauseous that day and I was like dying and stuff. Hey, I feel better now and I'm not dead yet. That was a lot of talking. So currently I am doing the interior of the house. So I was thinking of just painting the windows blue so that I won't have to do the interior, but I was like, no. I am not going to be lazy. I am going to actually paint the interior. You know, I find it really challenging to, I guess, do voiceovers like now because like after 15 minutes of talking with myself, it kind of gets boring. Like, I don't know what to talk about. I have a confession. I actually painted this before. I have this habit with things that I really love to paint. I paint them like many times. And I think that is because this one time in grade 6, I made this cactus painting and I was really attached to it, but my mom ended up giving it some lady for a present and I was kind of mad at my mom for the next like 4 years. So with things that I really am like proud of, you could say, like stuff that I really love to paint, I paint multiple times. I didn't want to tell you guys this because then you'd have such high expectations on me. Oh yeah, it's my birthday next week. Like next week as in like the Friday after this Friday that I'm posting this. But next week I've got a really wild video. Yeah, it's like a real life type of video, but it's not like the boring old me painting type of video. It is actually fun, you know, it's adventurous. No, it's not adventurous at all, but it's different. It's different. Yeah, I think this is my 4th week of uploading consistently, which is mind-blowing record. I have not been able to get that since I started high school. I just haven't had the time to like upload and stuff. That was when I kind of started dying out. Yeah, high school hit hard. I need you to comment down. What are your plans over the summer? I'm not traveling anywhere over this summer. And my parents aren't very like vacation type of people. So like if we go on a family trip, it isn't very far, you know, it's like the local park. Those type of trips, yeah, which I don't mind. I had this phase where I really wanted to be one of those artists that travel around the world and like sketch their whole surroundings. Then I realized how costly that is and how bad you earn as an artist, so but now I'm kind of happy that we're not going anywhere over the summer because I have this villainous plan of getting really good at everything. Like seriously grinding everything, becoming a genius, super pro, so that I could walk into school and laugh at all these nerds. Also, I kind of want to learn French fluently. Like, I guess I'm intermediate in French, but I want to learn it in the fluent level. I also tried learning Spanish, but that didn't really go well. Like, I actually did my Duolingo practices for Spanish for a good 6 months. But I don't know what happened. I kind of just quit. I decided to focus on French because I'm actually taking French in school. I feel like I need to be talking about what is going on in my screen rather than talking about my life. Also, can you please like comment on my video? Like, I'm getting views, but no one's commenting on my videos. It's a bit embarrassing. Like, why are you guys so shy? Like, just comment, dude. I'd say this painting took like around 3 hours to pay. I think I'm doing the green wall right now. I hated the green wall so much. I really wanted to get the color right, but I was so like unsatisfied with it. So I was like mixing a new color every single time and it was bad. It was horrible. I was not getting the right shade. Also, for the tiny details, I didn't want to do it with a paintbrush. I wanted to do it with a marker because I've realized over my time periods of testing and experimenting, even if I have the thinnest paintbrush in the world, my paint strokes come out really thick for some reason. And I did not like that. I don't like thick paint strokes. So yeah, I'm gonna be using a marker, and that was the only thing I took out from middle school art. My art teacher was bad at art and it was really funny. Yeah, she kind of gave me free 90s because she liked me. She had like zero filter sometimes, like she'd straight up say I hate you if she hated you. I did not know what I was doing in the with the water right now in this build, but it actually turned out pretty good, if I'm being honest. I love history, but like the course that we have to take is Canadian history, but it's so boring. Canadian history is so dry. It has nothing juicy. I kind of wish we had to take world history and not Canadian history. Yeah, anyway, my history teacher, she was brutal, you know? She would tell you that you are dumb if she believed so. Yeah, she kind of humbled me the most though. I'd have to be honest. She kind of taught me to stop looking at teachers in a fearful way. And when teachers are kind of evil to you, you kind of look at them as, this teacher is so pathetic. This is how I get through life without seriously taking criticism from my teachers. So this is the final painting. I did a little bit of details like the chairs, like the relaxed chairs and stuff. Yeah, overall, I think like I'm happy with it, but I feel like I could have done better considering I painted it multiple times. If you have any feedback, please let me know. I love hearing your guys' suggestions. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!